Oh, I got that Toyota hiace van back, the one with the carby issues, for an auto service because I highly recommended it. And you can see why. There's a magnet there, but it's sort of a fuzzy thing that I don't even want to touch with my finger. What have I got on the ground to touch it with? Yeah, that's all just metal. Oh, that's deep. Ugh, it's stone deep. Yeah, there's lots of debris and bits of clutch falling apart. This is what happens if you let your auto run low and keep driving it. Burns clutches and
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it looks like lining.
Yeah. Somewhat magnetic.
It's probably part of a reverse.
Yeah.
That's awful. That magnet is one of the worst I've seen. And this is what it should look like when it's clean. You see the magnets. That was filthy, I'll give it that. Well, the auto's flushing's going well on the van. Just a bit slow filling it. The cat's decided to come and supervise. He doesn't even worry when I start the engine. He just goes, yeah, whatever. Well, the auto service went well. It's the next day now. I've already test drove it last night. But let's see how it starts cold. Supposedly these things are bastard to start cold. Let's find out. Okay, that's no bastard. Oh, I've got the lid off this, and as I half expected, it's got hydraulic lifters. So I've tested it and made sure everything is working alright at idle, because that's when this thing's got the problem. So it could be oil pressure. Just want to make sure the valves are all working correctly, that's all. And all the oil's going where it should, and just checking that they all release properly. So, seems to be working alright under there. I'd just say the valves are damaged. It could have an also oil pressure issue. I'll just wait, you know, hang on. It doesn't like to idle, but all the valves seem to be working correctly at idle. Yeah, they all seem to be working and going down properly. You see when it stops, like on cylinder 1 there, the inlet valve slowly closing now as it loses oil out of it. And my phone rings again. Alright, well I spent some time driving this thing around and I got it running good, and then it would go bad and had this weird thing as you're accelerating, all of a sudden it would sort of cut out for a second, then cut back in again. So it was pretty violent. So I was like, this is just all screwed up, but it's not spark, because it doesn't break up when your foot's to the floor. So I didn't really bother with spark at all. So I've just been looking at carby. And what I found, now and again, now here's your fuel stop solenoid for your idle jet. So this turns off to stop it's an anti-run-on valve. And in some models, it's like a stupid pollution control or economy valve. So when you're cruising along, it shuts off the idle valve and you're just running off the primary jet. Now this one seems to have an issue with its little controller, and it's just randomly shutting off these days. So I've rewired it, so now it just stays on all the time, and that should fix the problem, or at least one of them, because it still leans out a bit and a little bit all over the place. I've got to play with the timing a bit. I think I can advance it probably about 1 or 2 degrees, which will help a lot. So let's just see how it starts now. I'm pretty much done with it. Turn off that. That was just keeping me from boiling earlier. Seems happier. I'll find out in time. Extra drive. Seems to be going well now. Hasn't kicked or bucked. The idles could still be a bit better. I'm just adjusting the timing on the fly here. You know, drive along, pull over, adjust it. I think I got just about right. I only just turned it off a second ago, that's why the temperature's so high. It should come down very quickly. Yeah. Heat soak's a wonderful thing. Oh, that's much better. That's the overdrive off light. Don't want that on. That's better than the slow old plug it's been. No flat spot either on takeoff. Cool.